We're outside St. Genevieve National Historic Park in St. Genevieve, Missouri. This is not really part of the Lewis and Clark expedition, but this is one, I believe one of only one. But we're kind of like outside of it. It's over that way. So I'll be filming here in a little bit. Oh, by the way, it's a French settlement in the 1700s. I think you just walk a walking tour. See what it says. I don't think it opens till 9. Oh, here you go. We're supposed to go to 66 South Main Street. If you're interested in learning more about our site, please visit us at St. Genevieve Welcome Center, located at 66 South Main Street. So why did they take us here? Yeah, but
is this a site?
This whole thing's a site, and those old buildings are what's left of this, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. The administration piece, this place here, it doesn't seem like it's going to tell us anything. We can do it ass backwards if you want. We can go walk around and look at this stuff and then go up there. Nah, I don't think so either. It rained like hell last night, as you can see. It's all falling apart. You can tell that's old though, man. I wonder if that's part of it. I mean, if they're not going to have any signs or anything, how do you know what you're doing? Me neither. I'm confused. They at least ought to have some interpretive signs like my daughter does, telling you what you're looking at. I'm sure this is one of those, though.
So,
an example of what it looked like here. There's supposed to be a diorama though somewhere that shows what it looked like back in the day.
maybe it's down at the what?
66 Main Street.
So, what's the importance of it?
It was a major French settlement here in the 1700s. Before they were kicked out. There's somebody, we can go ask them. Anyway, I guess this is an example one too. There's a lot of these are not allowed to go into, as you can see. But I don't know what's going on. See, they have like examples of how they made their roofs, I guess. Mask required. See, it's all boarded up. Take a look at the architecture. Yeah, see, I wonder what this is all about. Don't know. It's an old pump. That ain't from the pioneer days. Now we're gonna get the skinny. Skip's getting the skinny on what we're supposed to do. Now we're in the right place. Skip got the skinny, found out how to get here, and here we are. I got my app downloaded. The French fleur-de-lis. That was Gibson greeting cards. Icon, I should say. Oh boy, running out of juice. Outside the Welcome Center. These are the buildings and such. I guess we'll get this map inside. And here is the diorama. This is what the settlement looked like in 1832. I gotta put my glasses on. I can't see a damn thing. I got to stop.
The gentleman that created this is Louis Pruno.
Yeah, I got him in there. He did a good job.
Actually, I think they have a little thing on YouTube about him and his life and how he actually got started with more of the Civil War type cannons and gun artillery, and then got into aviation. I can't even say it. The various planes that were flown during World War I and World War II, Vietnam. But he said those were huge displays, like almost like the one aircraft.
Isn't that too neat?
So we come back with the miniatures. Was a town that then
Hand
this
back.
is a town in 1832.
Okay.
We were established in 1735. So the reason they chose this area was to show the French colonial Creole type roof style with the wraparound porches. And then also the brick influence. I'm sorry. Thank you. The brick influence came
We're gonna stop.
with the Germans as they came in. So the stone, a lot of the stone buildings that you'll see around, and brick.
I just so much love this miniature stuff.
So we're
Nice.
If you see the little pond where the animals are,
Right.
that's this location.
Okay.
Okay. The road in front here is Main Street.
There's the pond.
And that's where it looks like a lot of the French buildings
Correct.
are.
Correct. And about 70% of what you see is still here.
Oh,
Okay. So, and we'll get you some. Looks like Jeff already gave. And the stone structure you see without the roof.
right.
That's the back in 1832 being built. Then in 1876, the present day church was built over the stone church.
Okay.
They took the stone church down in pieces. The history says they never missed a mass.
Oh, really?
Yes, they still.
Okay.
And then, and the doors are open in the church.
So still
they-
Catholic church?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The modeler who did this, oh, I'm sorry.
I would say maybe in maybe late 30s or.
Okay, okay.
Cool.
There's just so much to see.
Were you all enjoying?
Thank you.
Oh, you do?
Yes, sir. There's two of them.
So we just watched two films, one by the National Park Service and one by the state of Missouri. And some interesting stuff, but they were zeroing in on the architecture of the French homes. Originally, northern French settlers came here, and they used a special type of architecture where the logs are vertical and encased within. I think this is a prime example of a home right down here. 70% of the buildings from, I guess, around that time are still standing, which is interesting. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. For about 35 years.
Oh,
So
really?
not homegrown.
Okay.
Which does make a difference.
I can imagine.
Wonder if there's, I would assume there's still French descent.
Yeah, they said from the original folks that were.
Really? So we just do our own guided tour. Of course, this was probably, of course it's later, not the same architecture. There's some grapevines, I think. And they had air conditioning back in them days. Beautiful air conditioning. There's an old, looks like an old well. And this is, tell this was Catholic with these. I've seen this all types of things all over Austria and the Czech Republic. in the grapevines.
So
There's something up there.
area is at the end of Merchant Street.
Okay, we need to see that. We're on Market Street. Just gazing around. Just to the left. It's pretty interesting. But this ain't part of our little expedition. So we're just gonna look at some stuff hopefully and continue on our journey. Here's something coming up here though. Let's see if we can get this real quick. Oh, here, we'll get this. I think this gives a good explanation of, this is called Lions Park, but I think this may give us a good explanation of what we're looking at. John James Audubon was here. 1811. Now let's get this other part. And I think that gives us a real good explanation of what this is all about. Come in a little closer. And a little closer. And a little back so we don't miss any. There. Hopefully you can read it. Here's the museum, and we're going in there. Oh, yes, this looks too cool already. And is it open?
It's got an arrow.
It's 10 a.m. What time is it?
About 7 till.
Well, let's go to the church first.
Yeah.
I'd like to check that out.
The museum is up here.
Oh, okay. Well, we got just on the way back. Here's the impressive church. It took over the, there's the church. Took over the log cabin that was originally built there on the same spot. St. Genevieve. So I guess we'll learn something. That's why we're on this trip. That's closed?
Not open yet.
Okay. So I'm assuming this is possibly St. Genevieve. I guess. I don't know. It's kind of neat. That's what I'm thinking. Thinking this is St. Genevieve. Don't know. I like that name, Genevieve. Here's the plaque outside. Tells a little bit of it. Now we're going in. We've seen a film, 2 films, I think I said already. But, ooh, nice and cool. There we go. Ooh, how beautiful. Wow, that's beautiful. Oh, I guess, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? No, I was going to say, is that all the apostles around the sanctuary? That is really neat. Am I in your way? Skip, I want to get these statues around the sanctuary. And we're going to come around and get the other side. This is a painting in back of the church. We're going into this museum, learn some things about this. Oh, look at this.
2 seniors, please.
2 seniors. We have about 90 kids in there right now.
Is there?
So this is going to be noisy because there's a bunch of school kids here learning. You know, it's not like the Creation Museum in Kentucky. Oh, here, I'm sorry, got you in my film. This is more about the Mayans. We'll just get a quick run through here. There's the Mississippian culture, which is more local. Trade goods, Viking. I don't know what that's all about. Some more pottery. And away we go. We're still in St. Genevieve, by the way. And I don't know where my brother went. Maybe he's in here. I don't think I got this, but the little babies.
And they found tails, these are replicas of the tails that were found there. So they not only found tails there, but they found a lot more. were sent to the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. Now there they stayed for 40 years or so, and then our current curator and a few others, they
I don't want to
decided
get
that there's
my
a lot
brother
more to that
skips
site.
down.
So they meticulously gridded off the site and was making discovery after discovery. They found the skull, they found the hand. That third case there is a replica of the foot that they found of the Parasaurus missouriensis. And what's different about it is they thought it was one species of dinosaur, but then that spike on its foot there, that really gave it away. That is not found anywhere else. So that is unique to Southeast Missouri. So we have our own dinosaur here in Southeast Missouri. And again, the official dinosaur is Parasaurus missouriensis.
Can we go see
Can you
it?
remember that?
There's
Do we quiz later on that? I'm just kidding. But it is the Missouri dinosaur.
But where is it at?
Well, there are pieces of Missouri dinosaur down in Southeast Missouri. Now, last fall, well, 2 falls now ago, 2 years ago, they meticulously cut out there. This
It's a
bone
replica.
is
It's a cast of the leg bone.
from Wyoming. And
If you can read that.
remnants of different bones. There's turtles. There is part of the dinosaur in there. There's 65 million years old. Years ago.
This explains what they are. I don't know if anybody cares about that. And this is Chinese weapons. Humans. How to destroy other humans. This museum apparently goes through all kinds of things to teach children of everything. Not only dinosaurs, but a lot of things. It's a nice museum. And they have children from schools coming through here all the time. Some pictures of St. Genevieve. Looks like the 30s. This is on the Mississippi, I believe. We already deduced that. That's the same guy who built the diorama over at the Welcome Center. Okay, here we go. Civil War U.S. artillery, U.S. soldier gear during the Civil War. Civil War CSA artillery, CSA soldier gear. Here is Moses Riney. Good picture of him. And his story, but there was a lady who was a slave who lived in this town who married a white man, and then when the Americans moved in, of course that was illegal, and she had to fight against it. Every time she would take somebody to court who mistreated her, she lost, of course. But finally they were able to buy a house and raise their family. So the story ends well. This is so nice for education for children, and apparently it sounds like they get tons of schools learning about everything. Very nice museum. Teach those kids the right way. Also, the National Park Service, I've seen two at two separate sites, national parks, films where they teach us all about critical race theory. Ooh, oh, terrible National Park Service teaching us true history. That tidbit about the lady, black African American lady who married the white guy was in the National Park Service's film that we watched. I didn't want to film that though. And oh, lead was huge in this part. The Native American Indians mined bits of it for their own use. Of course, when the Europeans came, they had to exploit it. And there's an example of kiddies coming to learn. And that's it for this building. Of course, we run into this little nugget. Isn't that too cool? Skip around the corners the same as what you were saying about the same guy who did the diorama at the Welcome Center. It's right around the corner. I just love diorama. Of course, I missed this back here. 1735. Here's some stuffed birdies. Yeah, as we said, Audubon was here for a while.
Yeah.
I guess, is that Audubon right there? Yeah, there's Audubon right there. Never seen a picture of him. There's some letters from him. Times are tough in France, 1806. Of course, the Napoleonic War. Everybody's being conscripted. And I can't quit. Oh, okay, they were telling us about this here, down at the Welcome Center. This is kind of like French colonial.
Uh-huh.
And I guess this is, look at that, there's a little, looks like a derringer there, in there. I should be, no, I guess I shouldn't be on the other side.
Shotgun?
See the little all this neat stuff, but I'm just gonna run through it because nobody really gives a hoot about this, except me. Some spectacles. Look at they had skinny head. I had a bit of a child's. And there's some more muskets. With bayonets, and there's the little screw barrel percussion lock derringer. I was right. And a Kentucky pistol. Cool. And then here's some from the church. There's another. The church that we just were in. Oh, look at, and that's what it was. Oh. Yeah, that's just a painting, rendition. And some of the chalice and monstrance and all, everything. Little rosary. Saint Genevieve. Some mile marker that was on mile marker. And there's a replica of an old plank road. Oh God, they got some neat stuff here. Iron Mountain and Pilot Knob Plank Road, and there's a yoke. And I got a phone call. And there's a daring robbery, James Gang robbery, May 27th, 1873. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. I'm not gonna sit and read all that, wondering if that was the same. Another view of this that I didn't get to see. Another example of what this place is all about. Children learning. Awesome. This one is the one I really want to see. It's not here. It's on a... There I go. Put my glasses on. I can't see. So, here we go. Some reenactors. There's the fleur-de-lis up there. And of course, a musket, which was a 1770 reenactor. Some more reenactors. Creole, that's New Orleans. Some coins. So, what's this guy? That's a Revolutionary War powder horn? I can't see the powder horn. That's a nice looking musket. And the dress of the 1700s. We've seen a lot of this up in Fortress Louisbourg up in Nova Scotia on Cape Breton Island in the 1790s. Move over here. Fort San Carlos and entrenchments. Where was this at? By St. Louis. Spanish and the French. Powder horn. Attack on St. Louis. I never knew anything about that. Nope. There's another reenactor. Oh, that's in pristine shape.
How are you doing today? Doing well, thank you. If you gentlemen have any questions or need any help, please let us know.
Cahokia. We're going up to Cahokia. The Lewis and Clark expedition. We'll be there. And there's George Rogers Clark again. He was all over the West. Very nice museum. Okay. And a map of, let's see if we can get, no, we're
We've
not
got
going
folks
to
who
get
are
anything.
particularly, or seem particularly interested in the battle exhibit. We'd like to, for some reason, I get the impression that you gentlemen are already familiar with flintlock firearms. A little bit, yes.
I am. Oh, good, a diorama.
Okay, yeah, because we do like to give people to get a chance to, this one's a 1728 French model.
Okay.
Like what the Marines would have had and over at Fort de Chartres. and which is actually kind of what the
Oh, here's an example of the French,
Spanish,
early French
the model we got
architecture
was
from the Normans. See how vertical? We may not be able to actually see. Oh, here's St. Genevieve.
They got some light
There you
to
go.
them, that's
And
for
then
sure.
and then the A, the A eaves. See that? That is really neat. Okay, I want to mess with this musket. Okay, I'm ready. Oh, it didn't do it. Oh, because, well, you would think the flint, it would still be good.
Well, that's for cock.
Yes, it is full cocked. See if we can get it. Nah.
No.
Now, hopefully. No. Okay, well, anyway, we really don't have to go to find that house.
Okay.
Here is the actual explanation. And the neat part about it, now they didn't know this at the time, but this was the way they were building them. But in 1811, 1812, it tells it right here about the earthquake that rang bells. I know this from reading up on it. Rang bells in Boston, and it made the Mississippi River go in the opposite direction. But because they built it like this, it didn't really affect these houses because of the timber being vertical. Interesting stuff. And they never, of course, knew. But I had a question with the National Park Service guy. They kept talking that it was from Normandy that these houses were built. But knowing my history, the Normans were actually, that is a form of Norsemen, meaning that they were settled by Vikings from Scandinavia. So I'm wondering if this technology actually came from Scandinavia opposed to Normandy. But okay, see, there's a good example of it there. Okay, and then they show some more of it over here. Hi. See, Senor. And of course, slave labor was all over throughout Missouri at this time. Some G.I. Joes. Actually, they're not G.I. Joes. And there's some more. So this is one of those houses that we just seen models of. Let me get past my brother so I don't get in his shot. Don't know if yeah, we can't get in there. Well, but you see the Spanish and the French flag. So this is the prime example, and you can see the vertical, and then they would patch over it, but I don't think we're allowed in. No, not allowed in. Bummer. Let me do this so we're not looking at Palisades. See, and then the example of, well, you didn't see the film, but the porch goes all the way around, and then the A roof, so I don't get hit by a freaking car, would be right up in there. Oh, that would have been so neat to be able to go in there. Now we're just gonna hit the cemetery, then we got to go back on the trail. Okay, at that last museum, the gentleman that was seen in there explained how the Louisiana Purchase transpired from the 1700s. So the French founded, or whatever you want to say, settled here early on in the 1700s, and then here we're going to go, and there's actually where I start on that story. A lot of the original settlers are buried in here, and we're supposed to be able to get in here. Yes, we are. Yeah, if I know how to work it. But anyway, let's finish this. So then, after the 7 Years' War, the French and Indian War, the Spanish took over control west of the Mississippi. Then to make this real quick, then in 1800, the French under Napoleon took control back, which then was the Louisiana Purchase territory that we're going to be following. Took control back on the auspices that they weren't going to sell it. Well, Napoleon 3 years later turns around and sells it from underneath him. And the interesting part is when the Americans took control, and he said St. Louis, that there wasn't a Frenchman around, that the Spanish were still there. The Spanish flag went up, the Spanish flag went down, the French flag went up, the French flag came down, and I think it's a great story. And then the American flag went up, 1803. So we're not sure what we're all looking at, but if we could find. But they said that a lot of these have been refurbished. Is that the word? So you can actually read these. These are later. I'm not sure where probably maybe down here. If you find one that's like mid 1700s or something, that would be because it would be kind of neat to see some of the early French settlers graves. See, like this. Oh, no, there was never anything on there. I don't want to spend too much time here though. See, these are all 1800s. Here's probably a section that's 1864. Still descendants from the originals. There's some older stuff here. Oh, there's a pretty blackbird on the grave. Is that a starling? These all look like 1800s. So I think I'm going to end this unless I find something worth seeing. Here's one. That's 1794, born, dead 1876. Nip. Probably one. But as you can see, this is what I would expect to see for something that old, and you can't really tell. So I'm done with this cemetery. Here's one, a French, it's not that early, but a French grave marker. And another, huh? Dr. French's house in 1805. This is the end of St. Genevieve, Missouri. We're getting out of here. Okay, now we're back on the trail. We're at the visitor center at the Cahokia Courthouse. And Cahokia sounds to us that it was a French settlement at one time. We're in East St. Louis or Cahokia, but I don't know. Let's see if this tells us anything. Not much. This has nothing to do with Lewis and Clark. Looks like there's something over there though. Something happened. I don't care about that crap. But we're just gonna take a walk up. And this was our plans are working out very well. There's really not gonna be much to see, but you see this style. Hey Skip, the architecture. What we learned before, vertical. This is the stuff we wanted to see. And then the A-shaped rafters. Of course, we're not going to be able to see any of it, but now you're going to see exactly what we learned in the film in St. Genevieve. And the interesting part of the vertical beams, is that they would. These aren't square beams. They were hewed out in the sides so that these could fit inside. And then on a lot of the ones that you've seen, they put plaster. They put plaster on them. Oh, see if we can see inside. See, at some point you could come in here, possibly see the stairs and everything. Yeah, I'm sure you can't get in. Nope. Nope, can't get in. I don't know if you can see in there. I can't see much. We'll take a walk around it. A good example of how the French, the Normans, it came from Normandy, the French who came here and built this style of building. So I would assume that you could go over to northern France in the Normandy section where D-Day took place. See what we can see. Nah, there's no lighting. There's a quill pen. I guess they open this up on Thursdays so you can go in. It's not Thursday though, so we can't go. And there's a barrel. And then this, but this is fantastic. We actually got to see this. And then the roof. The whole bit. It's muddy. It rained like the sun gun last night. It's gonna rain again tomorrow around these parts. Yeah, I can't get out far enough. Damn it. Let me see. Oh, that's my fault. I had it zoomed in. I like it. It ain't much, but you got to see it. The end. Cahokia. I wish there was some plaques that would tell more about the settlement though, but they don't have any. I don't know what's going on with this camera. But anyway, Chief Pontiac was murdered right here. Oh my Lord. How interesting. Did I get that? Now I don't know if this thing was running. I gotta go up and do this again. What? This camera's screwing up. This cute little blue Canon. So I gotta get this again. I don't even know if I got it. If I did, sorry. But I want to see, it did. 1769. He was murdered. Even murdered. We can't get in here because it's only open on Thursdays, but this would tell us a whole bunch of stuff about it, but too bad. Look at, I got a library in there. What else? There's visitor. Too bad it ain't open. There's a hummus and a, what does, let's go over here and get the lady's name in French. The lady's name is famous. That's funny. Anyway, that's that. Goodbye. Now guess where we're at. You'll never guess it. Oh, yeah you will. I'm gonna go up in that thing. Hopefully. Might as well get a shot of St. Louis. St. Louis. From where I'm standing. We're outside the Basilica of St. Louis, as you can see. I guess we're gonna go walk in. I just want to see a glance of it, Skip. See if it's open, just see a glance of it. If there's no mass going on. Going in the door. Another church. Another church. It's pretty. See? See, Senor. They're beautiful buildings. All of the, oh, look at the floors. That's neat. I think this was built in 1934, though. I think I read that. Here's the organ. The organ there. Beautiful ceilings. And I think that's enough of that. Being an old treasure of Resurrection St. Vincent de Paul Society in Price Hill, Cincinnati, Ohio, and also the president of the St. Catherine's St. Vincent de Paul Society in Westwood, Cincinnati, Ohio. This is a commemoration of that. The very first one in the United States. Here's a better picture of it on a beautiful, windy, blue sky day. As some bad weather is going to start coming in. Being a cultural Catholic in my autumn of my life, or is it winter? Who knows? I still like Catholic architecture. But so, anyway, it's beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Here's the park leading up to it. Waiting for my brother to get out of the cathedral. And another picture of the arch. The arch. Up and up and up. Now my daughter Ann, she said if you're in St. Louis you better go up there. So I'm going. She says it's neat. So I have to take my daughter's word for it. It's a nice pond over there. No duckies though. Looking this way. I still don't see my brother. But anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm waiting here for my brother to get out of the cathedral. We still haven't really got onto the trail yet. That ain't gonna be until we actually get onto the Missouri River. So all this stuff is precursory to our getting on the actual trail. This is what the he's not here. This is what the guy was explaining down at the museum in St. Genevieve. Exactly this. Flagpole. Spain. Spanish flag. French flag. And then the American flag. That is so interesting. I can get with that. And there's a ceremony here in St. Louis. Ah, this is fantastic. And there's the 3 flags. Yeah, I'm missing it. Sorry, I keep moving it. The 3 flags. Now we're going into the belly of the beast. Ouch. Man, the bitch getting old. Ow. There's some national parks. This is exit only. Oh, we can go in here? This way to the arch entrance.
You guys are looking for the entrance?
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. Go west, young man. Go west.
Really?
Third walkway over the hill.
You gotta be kidding me.
Come in the
Okay.
visitor center, come underground to get back.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
He's sleeping. We gotta go up that way. He doesn't remember. Okay. One thing we've been talking about, we've been meeting some neat people out here. Great fun. This is what life's all about. What life is all about. Here's a good, well, commercial beginnings. Let's take a look at this. Bum bum bum. And then we'll get the real verbiage there, and you can always pause if you want to read it all. Didn't know that the National Park Service has this. Anyway, this is how you get in. This is what it looks like for those who have never been here before, and maybe never come here. Whoops. No, I don't want to zoom in. I want to zoom out. Zoom out. I'm walking, so sorry about the shaking. I never could take film. But anyway, this is what it looks like. Here's the lobby. This must be new. Skip doesn't remember this. So all new. How do we go in? So here's the Lewis and Clark expedition routes, but we don't know what the color coding means. But anyway.
So all the other trails were other.
This is inside the arch. Okay, this is on our route, so we can go actually see Lewis and Clark Trail. That's what we're taking. See what these things say. Oh. Okay, the orange is Lewis and Clark. So the orange, doo-doo-doo-doo-doop. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doop. The orange. And then we're going to go down all the way to the back of this place. Oh, yeah. Very neat place. I don't know what that is.
Engraved stones, it's a...
Oh, this is the Cahokia tribe. Welcome to the, you're right, there is a museum. We can hopefully do this. We can do this at the end. So I'm shutting this off.
The only one like it in the world, and has access to the elevator, escalator, and Ferris wheel.
We are in
They started
first
here in the
tram,
program
and you
for
go in these things once the
1967.
tram shows
Then
up.
they moved to the south.
Going up the tram in the arch. That's what it's like. And the skyline down there, there's more skyscrapers.
Or what?
More skyscrapers. Up that way.
Oh yeah.
There's Bush Stadium. Huh?
Sears Towers up here, right?
Is that Chicago?
Chicago.
Yeah, it was Chicago. And there's the skyline going west. And we're way up here in Video Land. There's the cathedral, and there's your car, Skip.
There it is.
There it is.
Way.
Not towed away. I do see it down there. What's going on? There's a pond, and then what the hell am I looking at? He says, I can't see nothing anymore. Let me put my glasses on, then I can see. Okay, we're gonna zoom on Skip's car. Zoom in. You got the skylight, right? Zoom in. I think that's yours. Although that could be it. Or no, ain't that. It's one of those. Anyway, zoom back out. Zooming out, zooming out, zooming out. Okay, now we're gonna look at the Mississippi. The mighty Mississippi over this way. There's the Mississippi. There's the, you could have taken a river tour, but that's a little bit too much. Okay, and there's Illinois, yes. And this is, we were over that way to see Cahokia Courthouse over that way somewhere. And East St. Louis, I guess, is there. I-70, I think that's what that is. Here comes a barge, and they don't call it the Big Muddy for nothing, as you can see. Pretty cool stuff. But anyway, that's the arch and the top. Let's see what it kind of what it looks like up here. A little bit more. This is really what it looks like up here. I think, no, a little bit more. There. At 6 times. This is what it really looks like to me.
Oh, wow.
There. I don't know. There really ain't much to see here. Me at the arch. Me at the arch. Put that back in there. Now I gotta turn around, turn the thing off.
2 minutes
Here's
left.
some more history. Dred Scott and his wife. Look at that, at the old courthouse, which I guess you can see here. Beginning in 1846. Dred Scott and his wife were there trying to get their freedom. Of course, we know what happened. We know what happened. Now we're in the museum underneath the arch, and they got some neat stuff down here. Some Remington.
His death at the Alamo in 1836 only increased interest in his fictional exploits.
But this is what I really want to get. This is what I really want to get. Look at that. That is so cool. Look at that. I like that. That is really neat. And there's this guy here. And I guess that's a skull of a bison. That is so neat. Was this one of the guns that killed them all? Sharp's rifle. Oh, neat. That's Civil War stuff. Yeah, we're just gonna take pictures. We gotta go to the movies, and we got other places that we need to go to. The Native American Indians, the teepees of long ago. Really neat looking. This is a really, this glass is bullshit. Oh, I was looking at the backs of these guys.
Teepees in the back.
Oh yeah, that is neat looking. He looks familiar. Who is this guy? Oh, is this an S purse? No. No, that's who he is, Cheyenne. Conflict on the trail. Well, we know all about this.
You're good.
Wall of Europeans invading the red man's territory. Look at that. Look at that smoke coming out of the chimneys. That's pretty interesting. A miner for a heart of gold. Yeah, there's Fremont. Wow. This stagecoach. I want to go. I want to do the Lewis and Clark stuff, which would be over there. 1804. Yeah, Jefferson's Vision. Colonial. This would be kind of cool. Go through. There's Napoleon. There's my buddy, Nappy. There, that tells the story right there. Keep that on there for a little bit. That's the story here.
Wow.
And there. And the two guys who made the, and he was eager. Jefferson was eager to buy it. And then the flag. Here's a flag thing, Skip. Another one.
Is it?
Yep. The three flags. And then this is what we looked at in that little diorama in St. Genevieve with the Spanish and the Americans fighting the English, the British, and the Native American Indians. Why did Spain govern France? Just all that information that one man told us, and I didn't film it. So this is if you pause it and read that, you'll understand how it went from French The Spanish is west of the Mississippi French, the Spanish to French to American. The Great Battle, Great Britain battle to control North America, the French and Indian Wars, and another musket, and this is a Spanish musket reproduction. Huh.
Yeah, you mentioned when we were at that other place. How can they carry those things?
Oh, I know. It's amazing. It's a Spanish piece metal, Carlos III, given to the tribal leader. That's exactly what Lewis and Clark did with an American one. Huh. And they stole it off the French. They stole it off the French.
What?
The peace medal. That's what the Spanish gave to the Indians.
Oh.
Example of the vertical timber building. And then you get there's the A-frame right there. You actually get to see it. Let's go over this way. Yeah, see, there's one there. And then you get to see, I can go back a little farther. See that? We learned all about that in the movie, again, at the Welcome Center at St. Genevieve. What was upriver? Well, the Mandane villages. Yep, there's the Mandanes. And I'm running out of juice. So when this goes, I gotta go to my phone. Okay, there's the pelts. I thought these would last longer, but I'm gonna stop this and go to my phone. Okay, this is coming from my phone. I never wanted to do this. There's Thomas, I guess, Jefferson. Still under the arch. This is the 1804 to 1840. But let's start over here. Travel up the Missouri was difficult and exhausting due to heat. There they go. Then they turned around up that way. Oh well, I ain't what I learned. There's some of the dress. We know why they went west. They brought specimens back of plants, animals, minerals. Jefferson wanted to know what he bought, what he paid his money for. That's not lighting up. Not lighting up. And their surveyor, this is what they brought with them. All the equipment, this is cool. To navigate, so they knew where they were, and then to map things out properly. TP. We're going to go to a movie here shortly. I guess learn about all this stuff. pipes. This stuff explains it all down here. What's interesting is that pipe. The pipe is actually mined in Pipestone, Minnesota. See that? I was watching them mine it one time, visiting there, my daughter. There's Pipestone from Pipestone, Minnesota. That stuff it was proof of them, how far away they traded. A lot was because of the pipes.
Oh, okay.
It's just one place in Minnesota.
Actually, I know they traded from the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, because of shells. Yeah, yeah, it was pretty amazing. The Cahokia, I mean, there's an ancient city that was there by where we were at. And there's the exploration west. The mountain man, Coulter, John Coulter was one of the first. He was on the this expedition. The Corps of Discovery, he was one of them. See if we can see his name in here. No, John Jacob Astor, first millionaire, making money off of that. Well, west of the Mississippi. Does it say John Coulter here yet? Don't see it. No mention of. There's what they all came west for. The fur trade. Is it near 3 yet?
Got about 15 minutes.
Oh, okay, good. It's all working out just the way it should be. What do you mean? No, okay. The show, there's a wagon. I don't know if it's a Conestoga wagon. I don't think it's a Conestoga wagon. And this is an epidemic. Ooh, smells of cholera. I don't want to smell it. I'm gonna get it. The Great Fire reshaped the Great Fire. Reshaped the riverfront. There's this. That's what was all lost. Wow. I guess this is going to show the Great Fire. I don't know. Replica of early St. Louis with the steamboats. Let's do Riverboat St. Louis, because oh, the busy levee. Nope, we got more down here. Oh, continue the tour. continue the tour. And the second deck. You know, we got the movie coming up, so you're going to have to come here and continue the tour yourself. This is right, shoot, too far, right before where the movie theater is. The builders, the idea, and then building. This is kind of neat, 3D kind of thing. Mount Rushmore. Crane up there. And done. Just seen the movie. Pretty cool, pretty neat, pretty impressive. I don't know where my brother went though. Came out and we're done. Oh no, a neater view with a jet flying through. Oh boy. See the jet. This was neat. Glad I came. Now we're at Bellefontaine Cemetery in, I guess, North St. Louis. And this is William Clark's burial site, his whole family. It's at 26 on Meadow. Here's Civil War. So I think he named 2 of his sons after Meriwether. So General Meriwether Lewis Clark, oldest son of General William Clark, the explorer. Now here's him. A bust of him. Oh, look at this. Not sure what the significance is. I guess with his image. No, not his image. Jefferson's image. That's Lincoln. Where's Jefferson? Right? That's Jefferson, right? There. There. Bill. There you go, Billy. Billy Bob. You got a nickel. Putting a Jefferson nickel on. See? See what they did? Sure I do. There I am. Okay, so you got to read that. And then I think this is all it has to do with his family. Yeah. Well, Oh, getting old. So we're just gonna get this. Just headstones. I'm sure there's probably some really interesting stuff here. There's the obelisk going up, up, up. That's an interesting one there. That's kind of neat. Our Sadie. Our Sadie. Yep, these are all relatives. That one, oh, that's a dog. Is that a, I don't know what that is. That's scary looking. Lucille. Nope, sorry. These hour ones, I don't know. But this is the whole Clark. It has to do with the Clark family. A servant. Huh. I'm gonna get this part. Deuteronomy. Look at that, all the way up to 1997. That's interesting. Some more lions. Mother. Daffy Duck used to say that. Mother. And then I didn't do these justice here. Let me do a little bit of justice with these people. And then I'll got this already, but I'm getting it again. Abigail Churchill. That's interesting. And the end of the line. And that's it. One last look up to the top of the obelisk.